Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to share a project featuring the newest STAMPtember 2022 collaboration with Mama Elephant. And this adorable stamp set is called Merry Greeters. And as always, Mama Elephant is just about as cute as can possibly be. So there's a lot of adorable images. I'm going to stamp 4 of them, 4 of the larger images with Simon Says Stamp Intense black ink onto a panel of Hammermill cardstock. And so I did the reindeer, the Santa Claus, the snowman, and a Christmas tree. I'm going to go ahead and stamp a second Christmas tree because I thought I might need 2. Okay, so as you can see, all the little images are carrying blank signs in their hand. And I went ahead and picked out 3 little sentiments. There's a bunch of little sentiments in the stamp set that fit perfectly in those little signs. So you can mix and match, or you could customize your own. There's also little cute iconic Christmas images like candy canes and snowflakes, present. You could put those in the sign if you want. Sky's the limit what you put in the sign. Okay, so I decided to color these with Copic markers. You can see my caps there. I did speed this up a little bit because I am a very, very slow colorer. One of these days I'm gonna get as good as Alberto. You guys know Alberto. I mean, you must, because he is a Copic magician. I mean, forget about it. Okay, so we got a cute little reindeer here. Of course, I'm going to give him a red nose for Rudolph. I almost thought about putting a little gem, like a red gem on his nose. And he's got the Christmas lights tangled up into his antlers. And then, of course, we got the classic, "Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus." And I put on his side, "'Tis the season." Thought that was festive and fitting. Okay, so I'm doing just a classic red Santa suit. You know what I mean? I got R21, R22, R24. And I tried to just get a seamless blend. I will tell you this. I told my daughter Bailey, I said, listen, you want to make some money? I'll tell you what I need. I need some serious Copic marker maintenance. I said, if you could go through all my Copic markers, figure out which ones are dry, and refill them if I have the refill. If I don't have the refill, write it down because I'm going to have to order them. You know, all this stuff. She's like, she looked at me like her eyes were going crossed. She's like, how much are you going to pay me? Is this worth it? Like, it sounds like a lot of work. But I said, you wouldn't believe how wonderful it is to color with Copics when it's nice and juicy. It's just effortless. You get an effortless blend. But when they're a little bit dry, it chaps your khakis. I'll tell you, it really does. It's not a fun time. Okay, but I will tell you for this one here, I knew I was going to need a lot of green. So that YG01, I pulled out the old refill and got it nice and juicy. And that made all the difference in the world. Plus, I got to say, this Hammermill cardstock is a dream to color on. It really is. So I did simple trees. They're pretty bright, almost neon. But hey, it's Mama Elephant. Now, I didn't have the coordinating dies, so I'm kicking it old school. The old school fussy cut here, and I'm testing out the new Simon Says Stamp scissors. They're really good for little things like this because they're small scissors. They got a good sharp edge, and you can fussy cut a nice little thing like that. Now, I'm going to set a scene. So I'm pulled out this is an older die set, but it's a classic, the Stitched Slopes and Hills. And I'm using a couple of these on another panel of white cardstock just to make a few snowy hills. I'm going to create a scene for all my critters. So I just chose a couple of the hills. I'm going to layer them up. But before I do that on the background, I'm going to blend a bit. I'm using Pawsitively saturated ink with SEAFOAM, and then I'll also pull out Surf, which is the next shade darker. And I'm using the larger Simon Says Stamp blender brush, again with Hammermill. These all work together and they blend like butter. So it's a nice snowy sky background. Now here I am going in with Surf. I'll tell you what I did wrong. You know, and I can't believe I did it, but I did it. You know, I went in hot and heavy right in the center, and you can see I got a splotch of Surf. That's because I went in hot and heavy, and I thought maybe I can cover it up. Cover it up with a hill, cover it up with a tree, but I wasn't about to start over. You ever do that and you're like, it's too, I've gone too far to turn back. So we're going to make it work. Now I'm popping up the Snowy Hills. And I don't pop them all up, but I pop up the first two. The last one I just do a tape runner, so I didn't get too dimensional. I have been known to get out of hand with the dimension, but and I haven't sang this for a while. Dimension is life. Honestly, I haven't sang. I gave it a little bit of a break. It wasn't intentional. Just kind of happened. Okay, so trimming off, we got 3 little snowy hills. And then we got our ink blended background, but you can still see that splotch. But we're going to try to camouflage it with a couple of Christmas trees. Popping those up, flanking them on the side of Mr. Santa Claus. He's going right in the center. A little bit of foam tape, not too much. Got the snowman, got the reindeer, bada boom, bada bing. And then I'm going to take this whole panel and pop it up on an ivory card base. Okay, so we're stacked, we're popped, we're festive. I also want to mention that everything I used will be listed in the description box below. Make sure and check out the Simon Says Stamp blog for more inspiration featuring this adorable new Merry Greeters STAMPtember collaboration with Mama Elephant. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sending you some festive hugs today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at SimonSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.